What is up, Garage Gym Revolution recruits? It is Coach Evan. Happy Monday, 5 p.m. If you are with me here live, go ahead, type live in the comments. If you are watching the replay, go ahead and type replay in the comments. We do the exact same thing every single week. I'm going to give you a little bit of intro as to who I am, as to who the Garage Gym Revolution serves, and what we do best. And then we're going to talk about today's topic, which is going to be being the hero for your business. So again, if you are just joining us, make sure to type live in the comment. So what's up, Lee? I'm glad you are here. If you're watching the replay, type replay in the comments so that I can shout you out afterwards. And at the end of this, there is going to be a Q&A. And so if you have questions relating to our topic today, I want to be here to serve you and to answer any questions that you have. Today is all about understanding your messaging. I call it being the hero for your business. Now, what do I mean by that? You have to understand what the hero's journey truly is. And it is a very structured formula to generate your story. Now, Cleve, what's up, man? Glad to have you here. Excited to have you here. First, in order for you to understand the formula, I'm going to tell you my story. And my story comes from a place of pain, a place of struggle, into a place of success. And that is both my journey as a trainer, my journey as a garage gym owner, and then my journey as the owner of the Garage Gym Revolution. So I've got one of three stories that I could tell you depending on who you are and what I'm trying to get you interested in when it comes to my business. But because you are trainers, I'm going to tell you what my journey as a trainer was. And that goes 10 years ago, when I was working as a legal assistant, and I had a really rough relationship, a very volatile, emotionally toxic relationship. I was responsible for at least 50% of that, don't get me wrong. And I was driving to work one day, and I'm on the phone with my then girlfriend, and she is yelling at me for something or other, and I can't really understand what's going on. And she curses at me, says something along the lines of like, fuck you, I never want to talk to you again, like, never call me, and hangs up. And I was like, all right. Pulled the car over, and this is back in the days before you were able to block people on your phone. And I just kind of sat there with my thoughts. And I'd been in this relationship for 4 years, and this is what our relationship really was. It was back and forth, her yelling at me yelling at her, violent, emotionally, not physically, but just truly taxing on me as a man. And I took a look at my life and sat in the car for about a half hour right outside of my office. I was literally 1 block away from my office, but I looked there and I just didn't know what to do with myself. Like, who was the man that I was becoming? And more so, she's yelling at me, but there's 4 years of history. And there's 4 years of me messing with her and me doing wrong by her. And it's not her fault. I mean, it's 50% my fault at least. And I called AT&T, which I have, and I don't recommend. Only recommendation I don't have AT&T. I called them up and I said, hey, I need to block a phone number. And they told me that it would cost money. And I was broke at the time. And I was like, well, if you can't block a phone number, again, you can't do it on the phone the way that you can now. What does it cost to change my number? A number that I'd had for 10 years. They're like, nothing. And I was like, change my phone number right now. And they did. And so in the car, I had my phone number changed. I walked into my office. I wrote down a list of all the names of people that needed to have my number, mom, dad, the people that I worked with, and 4 of my closest friends. And I said, I've changed my number. I'm not here. I'm not going to talk about it. You just need to know that this is my new number. Do not give it out to anybody else. All right. You with me so far? Cool. What does this have to do with my life and my journey into fitness? That was the catalyst for change in everything. The moment that happened, I took a look at all of the poisonous elements of the rest of my life. What was I doing to my body physically? What was I doing to myself emotionally? What was I doing to myself mentally? What were the things that I was punishing myself with because I was in a punishing relationship, right? Not just on her, but on myself. And so that 30 minutes in that car was a decision that changed my entire life. Changing my phone number put me into a position where I could treat myself better. I started riding my bike to work, a 14-mile ride. I just got up earlier to do it. And so I would ride my bike to work. I'd ride my bike back. I had 28 miles on riding my bike every single day. That was the first shift. I discovered CrossFit and yoga, and I started taking care of my body with punishing CrossFit, and also my mind and my soul and my spirit with gentle yoga. And through this practice, I then started to explore the idea of becoming a CrossFit coach, which I did, and becoming a yoga instructor, which I did. And in about 6 months, I discovered the man that I wanted to be. And it all started from this one conversation that I had with myself, that I deserved more, that I deserved to be better to myself, that I deserved to be better to those around me, that I deserved to give back to this world instead of taking from it. And that's all I had been doing for about 4 years. And I was in positions and jobs that I just hated. And I just kept taking. I didn't realize it because I thought I was doing everything that I could to be successful, but really I was not happy. I wasn't successful, and I wasn't giving. I was just taking. I was taking a paycheck. I was taking hours. I was taking down the time to get out of there so I could have drinks with my buddy. And my life changed with a simple decision: change my phone number. That's my journey into fitness. Now, maybe you watching this, that is a lightning bolt, a wow, awesome. If that is, go ahead and comment lightning bolt or something for me in the comments, right? If that story resonated with you in some way, shape, or form, maybe it's not your story, but telling you that story and hearing about that single moment, maybe that brought up something in your head of the moment that you decided to do what you're doing right now. If that is true, if that story, my own journey, helped you visualize that moment that you had, I want you to type lightning bolt in the comment or give me the lightning bolt emoji, right? So that I can learn more about your story and reach out to you. Whether it's live or on the replay, let me see that. But if it didn't, I didn't do my job, and that's okay, right? But perhaps just by you being engaged, just by you hearing my story, you started to generate some ideas as to how a time in your life or a singular moment that happened to you that was completely unrelated set you on your path to becoming the awesome personal trainer that you are. This is the hero's journey. And you need to know that all heroes come from a place of pain and failure. That is what ends up happening. It's not like Superman woke up one day and just like, oh, great, I'm on top of the world. No, Superman's planet blew up. Superman's entire world exploded, and he is one of the only people to escape that planet, and he landed on Earth, and he was raised by people in Kansas or Kentucky. I don't really know Superman. I'm a Batman fan myself. But think about that. His entire planet exploded. That is what made him Superman. You have to consider what your story is. Your story does not come from oh man, look at my abs. Oh man, look at my PR. Like, it's not about the success. It's about the vulnerability and the authenticity and the moment that your life changed because of the pain that you faced and you took yourself out of that. That is the hero's journey. So if you have any questions about that, raise your hand in here, right? And I'd be happy to answer that at the end. But right now I want to give you the formula. I'm going to write it out for you. And the reason why I give you these exercises is so that you can implement. Xavier, who's in here, we had an awesome conversation. Xavier, I see you implementing some of the stuff that I gave you last week, and I'm really excited to learn more about the success that you're having these coming weeks. It looks great what you're doing, brother. I'm really excited for you. Marco, hey, thank you for being here. Welcome to the Garage Gym Revolution. I hope you start getting a lot of value out of the group and also out of this very live communication that we're happening now. I'm going to walk you through the hero's journey, okay? First, you need to know, this is you. Cool? You. Super simple. Hey, Jake, glad to have you here, right? This is you walking your path, okay? At some point in time, you end up coming across a roadblock, all right? You need to define what that roadblock is, right? It might be big. It might be acute, right? A broken leg that changed your life. Or it might be chronic, 4 years in a terrible relationship, and then a moment, that helped you switch your belief, that helped you change that cycle of pain. What is that moment? What is that aha moment that you had? Right? So you need to find, you know who you are, right? You know what your obstacle was. Right? That obstacle that was preventing you from getting the results that you wanted as a business owner, as a trainer, as a fitness professional, as just a guy or girl who's looking to get fit. What was that obstacle? And then what was your aha moment that helped you overcome it? And then from there, from that aha moment, what was the success that you had? That's it. That's the hero's journey, right? Your pain, your obstacles, your great realization, and your success. Your pain, your obstacles, your realization, and your success. That is the formula. Now, you need to know why that formula is so powerful, because your pain is not my pain, right? Your story is not my story. But if you write in such a way, or if you talk in such a way, or if you present in such a way that allows the reader or the listener or the viewer to absorb that information and think, man, this person's a superhero. There's no reason why I don't want to get trained by a superhero, right? Every single person that walks in through my door, by the way, on this side of the wall, so on the other side of you guys is where my garage gym lives, right? So you're looking into my house, so I might do this a lot. Anytime people walk into my garage gym, they get the same story. Every single time. They get the tour, they get the understanding of why we have things here and why we don't do this and blah, 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 blah. But what's most important is why we are where we are now. And how we do things has everything to do with who I am as a man and not the equipment that I have. Equipment doesn't matter. You know why equipment doesn't matter? Because most of us trainers forget that more is actually worse in the fitness industry. And if you agree with that, you need to type agree in the comments. If you disagree, you need to type disagree, and we need to have a conversation, right? Less is more and more is less. Because here's why. If I were to walk up to you in your gym and you said, hey, Evan, we do two things. One, I can train you for 12 weeks. You're going to lose 25 pounds. You're going to work out with me 10 times a week. You're going to follow my really tough meal plan. You're going to follow X, Y, and Z, and you're going to get shredded and blah, blah, blah. You're going to be able to deadlift the world, right? You're going to look awesome naked and all the ladies are going to be after you. Great. Cool. How much is that? That's $2,000. Okay. You said you'd do two things, right? Yeah. What's the other thing? Well, we have a magic pill. I'm like, okay. What's the magic pill? Actually, the results from all of this are in the magic pill, except the magic pill is twice as much. So that's $4,000. And all I have to do is take that once. And this is $2,000. And I have to follow a difficult meal plan, train with you 10 times a week, and put in a whole bunch of work for the next 12 weeks. Yes. Okay. I would pay $1 million for that magic pill. Give me that pill right now. I want that. Thank you very much. I just saved you a bunch of time, and I just saved me a bunch of effort, and bam, sex god with a magic pill. Obviously, we don't want to sell the magic pill, but we have to realize that more is less. Less is more. If you can get me results with one session and somebody else is getting me results with 10 sessions, I want you with one session. Thanks, Aaron. Facts. That's true, right? If you disagree, though, comment disagree. If you agree, I want to see those fires. I want to see those agrees. Because what is important is the outcome. What is important with the outcome is the story, right? Has nothing to do with how much shit I get. I don't care. I really don't. As the user, I don't care all the certifications you have. I don't care how many years you've been in this industry. I don't care any of that. The reason why I'm going to spend an hour 3 times a week with you as my human being, as my trainer, as my person, is because I want to spend time with you. And if I don't know your story, if all I know is, hey, I can deadlift 700 pounds and I can hip thrust 1,200 pounds and I can bench press 405, I'm like, cool. Cool story, bro. Great. I want to spend 3 hours a week with somebody who's going to talk about how awesome their lifts are? No, definitely not. But if I can resonate with who you are as a man or as a woman, as a trainer, as a human being, as somebody who's been through the shit, as somebody whose planet exploded, and you are a superhero in my life, I will pay you whatever it takes. I will pay you anything to work with you, because 3 times a week, man, what a gift you are giving me. Does this make sense? So your story and the formula for it are pretty simple. It's just about your pain, your obstacles, your realization, and then the success that you had from that. And if your story is deep enough, it's vulnerable enough, it is authentic to who you are, I want to hear it. So this is our commercial break, which we do every time. If you need to learn more about how to tell that story, right? You need to type in live or replay with me. Live plus me, replay plus me. So that I can send you a message and we can have a conversation about how we can get that story in order so that it is irresistible for your audience. This will change your marketing drastically if you are not doing it. Last week, we talked a little bit about the two types of trainers in this world that aren't doing two of the right things. One of them is always pitching. One of them is never pitching, right? This is a little bit of both. You get an opportunity to share your value while pitching your worth. This storytelling element, if you don't have this skill yet, is the most important skill for you to develop right now. More than ad spend, more than figuring out your lead generation, more than figuring out your pricing, figure out who you are. Figure out what your story is. And if you need help with that, I need you to type live plus me if you're watching this live, or replay plus me so that we can have a conversation and we can figure out your story. Also, anybody who does that is going to get the Garage Gym Revolutions program at a heavy discount. Only until, this is the end of the month, so it only lasts for this week. So again, live plus me, replay plus me if you're watching that. So back to our regularly scheduled program. What questions do you guys have for me? I didn't see questions in the anticipation post today, but I usually leave about 30 seconds for you guys to hit me with whatever questions you guys have. And if you type some questions earlier, I'm going to scroll through right now. Anything that you guys might need to know about your storytelling. Cleve said, what's up? Xavier, what's up? What's up? Marco, Jake, Aaron. No questions? If you're going to have a question, I'm going to stop you in 10 seconds. So you better just stop typing right now. Stop typing right now so I can help you out. 3, 2, 1. All right, guys. Stacy, good to see you, man. We got to connect, man. I've been chasing you down for the past 2 weeks. We got to connect, man. I'm really interested. I love everything I see from your posts. So you and me, we need to have our one-on-one this week. Everybody else, thank you so much for being here. If you have any questions, again, it's Coach Evan with the Garage Gym Revolution. Welcome to the group. If this is your first live, we do this every single Monday at 5 p.m. Can't wait to see you next week. If you have any questions, you know where to find me. Have a great rest of your week. See ya.